Yo, 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 welcome everybody to TCR Trinity Competitive Racing, round number 8 of the silver class. We are here for the Hungarian Grand Prix around the Hungaroring, and we are in Season 12 as always. Let me get myself situated here with all of the nice new, or not new, but all the stuff on display. We got 14 drivers here tonight. We have our championship contenders. We have my co-commentator who made his debut at least in TCR in the commentary last week for silver, and that is Bats Plus. He's doing triple duty this week, a commentary in silver, and then he races both in gold and platinum. So welcome aboard. How are we feeling about tonight's race?
I think it's going to be there are going to be a lot of safety cars.
A lot of safety cars.
Yeah, but it's a pretty tough track, and especially if your setup's not really that good, you can have a lot of traction problems. So even with the traction control on, like a lot of these guys probably have, it's still going to be an issue.
Alright, well that's the prediction there. A few safety cars, and we'll see how that goes throughout tonight and see if it comes true. But my name is Seafreeze, and alongside, once I said, is Bats Plus, and we will both be taking you through tonight's proceedings. I just want to shout out for those tuning in from either Twitch or YouTube. We are live on both, so I appreciate everyone coming in. And if you are new, stick around a little bit, see if you enjoy the silver class action. And if you do, hit the follow, hit the subscribe, and the like, and the share, and comments as well. Keep them coming in tonight. We'll be looking at the comments and reading. We already have a few supporters from Rafa Hulk and the Z3R team. I guess that is... trying to think who. Oh, that'd be Rafa Hulk, yeah. So we got two people for Rafa Hulk, so we're gonna actually go on board with Rafa Hulk. He's on his outlap, about to start a flyer, and Hungary. I didn't really realize what track we were going into tonight until I put the title in for the YouTube and the Twitch and everything, and then I saw Hungary, and man, I really do enjoy this track. It's a nice one for a flyer. It's a nice one for a hot lap. As we come into 3, this flat out section down the straightaway, and we've seen a lot of attempts of overtakes in real life here through turn 4. Very high speed section, and you got to watch out, especially on this game with the curbing. To understand which curbs to and not to take, as Juan gets the first lap of the day.
Yeah, the turn curb really isn't too bad in this game, as far as like if it makes you spin or not. But the curbs in Sector 2 are pretty bad.
Around the final corner. Let's see what Rafa Hulk can do. This is the first round of the outlaps here, or the hot laps, I should say. And Rafa goes P2. I mean, just barely off of Wiener Drink. So that's very close up there. Sir Charles, a 10th behind them. Following Rockstar, another 10th. From last week, we were at Britain. A little recap. It was Camden who crossed the start-finish line first and grabbed the win, but due to his, it's not only him, but Camden and STX both had invalid lap times during qualifying from what the stewards had seen, and that gave them a 3-place post-race grid drop. So Camden actually did not finish on the podium at all due to that very, slim cut, but we play by the rules here. So he actually did not get the win last week, which would have been his first in TCR. So he's going to have to work double duty, a little extra this week, as he is now 15-6, puts him provisional. And then also STX had dropped him from 3rd to 6th. That actually gave Blin Machine the win. And it's funny enough, 2 wins this season from Blinn, both coming from post-race penalties, which had moved him up. So I don't know if you want to call that luck, you want to call that just following the rules, or putting yourself in the right position. But Blinn has 2 wins due to that, and he is your championship leader. Increased the gap from last week, so he is still doing well up there out in front.
I think Broomhandle was Broomhandle? No, it was Sir Charles who spun. So I don't know if he gained any extra spots from that. But, he lost out on second place towards the end of the race.
Oh yeah.
I know a lot of guys had issues throughout the race with incidents and spins, so that kind of helped them out a little bit. Some mistakes.
Let's see who else is on a lap. Let's see. No, these guys are in the crooner's on an out lap. Yeah, we can. Who's on the lap?
And Blinn just started one.
Blinn just started one. Let's go to Blinn. Blinn Machine in the McLaren. Going through turn 1 very nicely. The short little straight. We'll see this as an overtaking opportunity into turn 3 or 2. This is now 3, if I could count correctly. A little flat out section. We'll see a few moves up in here, and then apart from that, purple first sector. It's going to be more of a following game, seeing what your setup can do, what your driver skills can do as well, to get you through this section of a really nice, I've said it earlier in the stream, it's a great lap for a hot lap. This is a very enjoyable track, but maybe not so much for the racing, but I think you get some more strategy into the mix as a purple sector 2 from Blinn. Hard on the brace, kind of missing the apex, but still on those curbing, and coming through the penultimate corner, keeping it very nice and tight, opens it up a little bit. Same thing for the final. This should be a good one. Oh, it looks like he lost a little bit in the final sector, which was the difference between Camden and Blinn, because he did have 2 purple sectors in 1 and 2, and it looks like he just kind of lost a little bit in that final one.
Yeah, he lost like 2.5 tenths from Camden's time in sector 3. Otherwise, the other sectors were pretty close.
And we also have a Wiener Drink on a quick lap. He did set a purple first sector and a second sector, so let's see if he can nail the final third sector that Blinn was unable to do. He looks like he's up 2 tenths on his time, which would put him right about at the provisional pole. Keeps it very tight early on the traction. Yeah, that's good enough for provisional as Drink goes P1, about a 10th clear. So we'll see if that time stands for the remainder of the session. I think we got around 9 minutes left.
I wonder if anyone's going to try to get into the top half.
Yeah, I mean, possibly a.
They're really slow. They're about 1.3 or 1.4 slower.
Whoa, we have Ericsson. Ericsson in the wall, no wing. You should be able to get the thing back going. Camden is responding. First 2 sectors purple. Now can he do a little bit better in the final third sector to claim back provisional pole? Remember last week he got that win taken away from him due to the qualifying lap, and he wants to win another one. I think Camden, you're going to start to see him more at the front, more on a regular basis, and yeah, 100th quicker than Winter Drink. He gets back that provisional pole, so great response by the Williams driver. we'll see what other drivers can do. And we have Rafa Hulk going purple middle sector, so it just seems maybe the track's improving, or maybe the drivers are getting more to grips with the track and the setups, and they're really starting to push it on. But Rafa Hulk, he potentially could go quickest here to the line. Improvement to 4th, but very much in contention. As you look at the top, very close between them all. If we can see the, yeah, look at that, half a second within the top 7, which is quite handy around such a technical track like Hungary.
So Charles is on a pretty good lap. It's pretty close to his best lap. Actually up a couple of them.
Let's see what the other McLaren driver can do. He's going to have to beat his teammate if he wants to improve in the championship order. He's sitting 2nd. So McLaren doing very well this season. 5th and 6th currently. P3. So yeah, that was a good improvement there. He split the 2 Red Bulls.
I think the track evolution is a pretty big deal on this track. So I think they could get into the low 115, maybe the 140. They really hook up the lap. The times right now are pretty good.
And Bats, your mic is a little low. I don't know if you can maybe adjust that, because I'm gonna have oh, that's good. You know what? When it gets later in the night, my hearing goes down. It really does go down. So I would have been asking you what'd you say the whole stream, and I just don't want to do that to you.
Yeah, well, that's fine.
But yeah, no, that sounds pretty good. We saw, actually, like you mentioned earlier, the medium tires. STX was the only one that I've seen to try it. Only a 16.7, and that's good enough for 9th. So at that point, I just don't think at this track losing that many positions is really worth that around here, because it is harder to overtake. So I would probably opt to come back in and throw the softs on, because STX is a driver who can go out there and grab pole, right? And figuring no one else is trying the mediums really says, well, if everyone starts on the same tire, you could just go out there and beat your competition flat out. You don't need to do an alternate strategy. So I think that'd probably be the best option for him. If I was him, that's what I would do.
Yeah, it's probably the best. The issue is with the softs, you have to pit kind of early. Like you have to pit on lap, 7 to 9 or something like that, because they wear out pretty quick. They drop off. So you either have to, pit a little early and use hards, which are really slow, and go 30 laps on hards, or try to stretch the mediums, which you can do, but they get really bad towards the end. So if you start with mediums, maybe you catch a safety car at the right time. Plus you get clean air once everyone pits. And then maybe pit on the softs at the end, which will be like 3 seconds, a lot faster for a little while.
So were you thinking today's going to be like a 2-stop?
It's a 1-stop.
1-stop. Okay, well, there you have it. Oh, Halberg! Out! Riding on board with the Ferrari, man, he threw it in there at turn 4, and it just didn't stick. Good, valiant effort, but yeah, no, that was not going to hold.
Started his last lap.
Yeah, I'm wondering if he can improve a little bit more with the track evolution. Maybe, there's not many drivers here out at the moment, so I don't know if that has an effect on the evolution. But he is almost a 10th up, so that's incredible already throughout the lap. Looks like he's got a good setup.
The actual time in the session.
That's what I always thought as well, you know. But maybe, I don't know, maybe it accumulates a little bit more with a few more drivers on track, you know, if you had compared to, let's say, 5 versus 20. I don't know, maybe it's just psychological. I don't know. 2/10 up Camden. Let's see. This is going to be a good one. It looks like he's hooking the lap up quite nicely. No traffic at all. He came out at a good time. Final corner to the line. It's going to be an improvement. So 15.4. So that's going to be...
started his last lap.
Oh yeah, let's go on board. Let's see if Drain can respond. He's going to have a good section here. So this is Silver Class for those who are unaware. These drivers are using mixed assists. So a few drivers using different assists. But the ultimate goal is to take them off and eventually get up to Golden or Platinum. Which a few of the drivers are doing that, so just a little information there in the Silver Class. And for more information, hit the link in the description. It'll take you to the website and get a little bit more information about our classes, and you can even sign up and we get you on the grid as early as, you know, next week if you go and do that there. So we have that all in the description. Make sure you guys are checking all that out. As we have Drink, yeah, another improvement on his first 2 sectors. And this looks to be a good one. Oh yeah. Wow. Now that's a statement. He went 4/10 quicker and 3 clear of Camden. Let's see who else can respond. We have Rafa Hulk, but he's down a 10th. So that's going to be pretty much it for him, unless he could get back to the end and start another one. We have Rockstar. We have Sir Charles starting a lap, so let's go on board with the McLaren driver, the leading McLaren driver at the moment, into turn 1. Looking very nice through here. Let's see what his first sector split is. Oh, barely even, I'd say. So he's still got a chance to improve. He's going to have a really nice last 2 sectors. Gain a lot through this little chicane here. If you take those curbs nicely. Keep it within the limits on the curbing, as he does pretty nicely. Again, just even with his time, so he needs something in these last few corners to at least make an improvement, but I think it's gonna be a little too big a task, as we see STX spun around on the final corner, and we see Sir Charles spin around. So that's not gonna do enough for him. Rockstar, though, is finishing up. He sees all these body parts all flying around. Rockstar to the line is going to improve to third. So that's 1-3 for Red Bull. Blinn also on a timed lap, a 10th up, right within the limits, right on the curbing, purple middle sector. But this is where he lacked in his first few runs. Let's see if he can hook it up.
Ritter jumped into P3.
Yeah, great lap from the Alpine. Blinn to the line. Let's see. Improvement to 6th. But that is all it will be. Juan is slower. Broom is on a lap. But it's... No, he's already past the time. Yeah. And that's a 1:31. Or was it not? My time was wrong.
I think him and STX are gonna have a pretty tough job in the race. Well, broom handle especially. Looks like STX got through on medium, so at least he'll be on the alternate strategy.
Yeah, I'd like to see, what it could have been from STX if he could possibly done a soft lap run, but we'll see if it comes into strategy here. You know, we see some crazy things before, but Wayner Drank steals the pole from Camden. Them two both had impressive qualifying sessions. And there's a lot of blue up at the front. You got Red Bull, Williams, Alpine. It's gonna make it very difficult to know who's who tonight. You guys couldn't pick like different teams? You got the 3 blue ones right up at the front. And it is clear skies for the Hungarian Grand Prix. Looks like it's going to be a dry one.
Hopefully, because a wet race should be will get pretty sketchy.
Yeah, I know. It'll also be long.
Right.
Anyway.
It's going to be long enough as it is.
I once did a it was on a few seasons or games ago. I did a league race, or you know, a casual race. It was a 100% race around Hungary, and it was one of my first ones. You know, because I didn't do many at the time. Hungary took forever, and I think at that time I was on my controller. I didn't even have a wheel at that point. Man, my thumbs were killing me. I don't know how you guys do it on the controllers for that long. I had to quit at like lap 50 of 70. 70 laps around Hungary. That's a lot of laps.
Yeah.
Alright, let's get situated. Get all the stuff displayed on the screen. You guys can let me know what you would like to see on the screen. This is my default, so. But we got 14 drivers on the grid, and this is the time for the predictions. Down below in the comments, leave your top 3. And Bats, I'm going to ask you the same question. Your top 3 for today's race.
I am going to go with, I think Camden for the win, and I think Flynn will get up to P2, and maybe I think STX can get up to P3.
Oh, okay. So it's Camden, Blinn, and STX. That's Bats plus bets right there. Man, you took Camden, so I can't take Camden. I'm gonna go with Wiener Drink. He's starting on pole. It's hard to overtake. He's got the speed to do it. He's repping number 69, so we're gonna put him for number 1. Number 2, let's put his teammate, shall we? I mean, the Red Bulls look quick around here. We'll put Rockstar P2. And for P3, I like the championship leader of Blinn Machine. I think he'll improve to 3rd. And those are my predictions. Let's see if they're right. They usually are never, so I feel sorry for those who I picked. I just jinxed all of you guys' race. But nonetheless, we are here to start round number 8 of the silver class, the Hungarian Grand Prix. And of course, in season 12 for TCR, we got myself, Seafreeze, on the call. We got some 5 red lights and a nice race ready to go. I hope you all enjoy and get situated, get relaxed, and let's watch some nice racing as we're going to ride on board of Rockstar and P4 with 5 red lights now away. Let's see, it's all about even. Drank gets a decent start. Crooner alongside Camden, putting pressure into turn 1. It's going to be all very tight. Camden trying look down the inside, but nope. It's going to be Drank Camden now with the traction. Crooner, Drank, Blinn losing a position to Rafa Hulk. Oh, a little contact with the Red Bull, and that's going to be my pick. Rockstar all the way down to 11th. He barely had that side pod tap with between himself and I think it might have been Rafa Hulk.
I don't see any damage though.
Yeah,
Spin is
if
half spin.
anything, minor.
His end plates are still there, so that's promising. I think everyone else got through. I don't think anyone has damage.
Yeah, it's a tight section through there. You know, you got to be careful on the opening lap. Get into a nice rhythm. As you can see, all the cars through this nice shot. And this is the penultimate corner. So we saw, I think, Broom go a little bit wide. He's going to open the door. STX already up to 8th. I think he started 10th, so 2 positions there. Timing and scoring boards are messed up as always. We'll get that checked up. Oh, teammates going at it. Valid and STX, the Aston Martins, and we got a VSC deployed, and that's going to be for Juan and the AlphaTauri, maybe?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, that's safety car number 1.
Oh yeah, look at that, Bats. No wing.
Only 2 more to go.
Well, now we're talking, because I want to get specifics here. I think you said 3 safety cars. So this is a VSC though. So
Yeah,
I'll give you half.
Specific, I guess. All right.
I'll give you half.
All right, so 2.5 more.
2.5 more. That's fair. Although we might see this turn into a full safety car, as we've seen that happen a few times in this game already, which I think is a neat feature.
I think it'll wait until he gets to the pit lane, and then that's when it turns off. And maybe if the damaged car is in the middle of the pack or something, maybe that's when it turns into the safety car. But I'm not really sure.
Okay. Well, let's see if your theory goes right.
Yep. Yeah, he just got to the pit line.
Yeah, it went green, but I'm oohing about Camden drive-through. He sped under the VSC, which completely destroys his race, and he's going to need another 2.5 safety cars to get him back into it. He probably was just marginally up on the Delta. And, man, that's such a tough penalty for... I don't like that. I really don't. I think it should be maybe a 10-second or maybe a 5-second stop-go. But a drive-through's rough.
The drive-through's awful.
And you could be marginally up, like 0.001 over, and they'll still hit you with it. They don't care, which I understand, but, you know, for the game, there's really no safety hazards. You know, it's a game, so drive-through's rough. So let's see if Camden is going to come into the pits this time round.
Had another spin. So he's having a pretty rough time.
Whoa, Halberg goes for a spin. He does not get collected, but he's coming back on track. No, he's good. We got Camden taking his drive through, and that's the only one this time by. So there goes your pick for the moment. Yeah. But yeah, you still got so much time in this race. That's the only good thing that happened about Camden is it happened on lap 3 and not like 20 or later. So he still has a lot of opportunity to get back into it. And he chose to put... Oh, no, he couldn't get tired. You know, it's just a drive-through. Yeah. Oh, valid. He went real deep. He almost was in the wall.
I think right about now the softs are going to start to get pretty bad. So STX might be able to pick up a couple spots.
Yeah, Valid's all over the place. I wouldn't be surprised if they kind of do a swap, or maybe Valid doesn't really fight this position so much.
Yeah, I mean he really doesn't have any shot at the other car's DRS.
Oh, nicely done. And that's going to give Rockstar the go-ahead So Valid down 2. Oh, he thought for a switch, but didn't quite work. Camden on tap for turn 1. Nice and easy. Dreamsy in the comments predicted Wiener for P1, Kruner P2, Rafa for P3, and fastest lap for Blind. So, ooh, he went a step farther. He did the top 3 plus the fastest lap, which, you know what, Dream, I probably have to start doing. We should maybe implement that next week fully, or tomorrow. I'll be in the booth. FYI, I'll be in the booth tomorrow with your Season 11 Platinum Champion of Tasmanian Devil. Making his return to the commentary booth, and from what it seems like, he will be on the grid for the Platinum race this Thursday. So that's another reason to tune in tomorrow and Thursday.
I think he's over the hill, though. Got a busted up leg.
He's got a busted up leg. Not what he used to be. He's past his prime? Is that what you're saying? He's past his prime?
Yeah, got pretty old. Pretty quick.
Pretty quick. Well, I guess it's put to the test this Thursday. He'll be right up there on the grid. Be nice to see him.
Maybe I'll just knock him off track or something. And then make it easier for everyone else to beat him.
Yeah, I mean, not for nothing, but Breezy and Apparatus in Platinum. Oh, I'm missing stuff up here. I gotta. Or maybe I didn't. I don't know. I think Rafa Hulk went P2, possibly, or maybe it was a little glitch in the score.
I think they've stayed the same.
Yeah.
But the big movers are going to be STX right now, and maybe Kruger. STX is going to be stuck behind the DRS string.
Oh, very close to the Alpine.
It's a lot faster than the other cars.
Oh, nice run through there. Very close.
Not a good spot for a pass, though. You can just wait for the DRS straight.
Yeah, that's true. And it looks like Broom's gonna pit this lap. So, whoa! He almost came back and hit him. he almost botched the pit entry, which I gotta say I've probably done it at least a few times.
Yeah, the pit entry is not good. It's really bumpy.
McLaren's going at it.
Going for the mediums. Hopefully it's not trying to two-stop. We should try to go to the end on the mediums.
We're on lap 7 of 35 for the silver class. Still, Wienerdraink improving to 3.5 seconds clear. After Camden got his drive-through, and he's definitely got the speed advantage over Rafa at the moment. He's continuing to improve that gap. Kruner was kind of an outlier here. Not that in a bad way. I just didn't really expect him to be in a great position. He had a great qualifying. In the earlier half, he was more around the 10th mark, and then out of nowhere in the last one, he put himself in a great position. So well done, Kruner. He's has an opportunity. Those are the mediums for Kruner, and the hard for Sir Charles.
I wouldn't be surprised if Sir Charles ends up in a pretty good spot if these other guys are trying to do a two-stop, because that's a really slow strategy, and they might not think the mediums can go 27 laps or whatever. So I guess we'll have to see how that one plays out.
Yeah, it's kind of tricky, to see, unless hopefully some kind of are prepared coming into the race and maybe do a little practice knowing what they can get to. But that's why I kind of like what the top 3 are doing right now. They're staying out an extra lap. They might even do another extra lap. It might be a lot slower, but it gets them to the lap count that they need. for them to do the one stop, as Drank actually comes in now. Blinn staying in extra. Yeah.
I think he should have stayed out for one more, but Zero kind of had to pit because he's going to get undercut.
Yep, that's true. Yeah, the Crooner's pit stop kind of brought him in. You're definitely right on that. Blinn is the only one for the moment staying out. Oh, we also have Rockstar and Valid and Camden, who is yet to pit.
STX might be able to pick up a lot of ground right now. And then if he catches a safety car, at some point in the next 15 laps, then I'll have a pretty good shot at staying there.
Yeah, once Blinn pits, which I suspect him to pit at the end of this lap, because look at the speed difference between the two. STX is going to have a clear track ahead of him to really unleash the rest of the medium stint, and then that's going to put him in a great position. So, I was kind of hesitant with the strategy call earlier on, with him pretty much being the only person to do it, starting, I think, 10th on the medium tire. But it just shows that it really is a strong strategy. We'll see how that goes later on. It looks like Blinn might be disconnected or bad connection, but he's got a red X.
I think he's disconnected because the car's just overtaking the pit lane.
Well, hopefully he gets that sorted. Once the pit stops go through, it's going to be Wiener Drink. He put on the hards. Crooner, 1.3 seconds behind. Only 3/10 off the DRS, and Rappa got jumped in that pit sequence. The Alpine was able to get the AlphaTauri. Blinn coming out of the pits close with Broomhandle. And he's got a train. He's got a little bit of a train. Got Ericsson and Rockstar behind. It's a little 4-car battle.
I guess the X is faster than a lot of the guys who pitted already. It's gaining time on everyone in the bottom 7 for sure, and I think he's gaining on Sir Charles too.
Yeah, that'll be important to see where he comes out. When he does eventually pit. So if he can still gain on the drivers behind, kind of get some sort of a gap, that's going to help him a lot. But we're still, we're expecting 2.5 safety cars more, so that could also shake some things up. We still have all the drivers, 14. As now, as soon as I speak, Ericsson took the commentary curse. Thank you very much for playing. And he is out.
Be a safety car, though.
And Taffer, you got to be all right. Be careful. Yeah, all right. You got past, all right.
Those cars sitting in the middle of the track, but there's no safety car.
Yeah, you figured that one, right? Watch out, Juan! Don't run him over. Oh, here we go.
There we go.
All right, so you got a 1 full safety car, and you got a VSC. So you got 1.5. You're halfway to 3.
That bowed out Camden.
Yes, you're right.
Pit stop, and he can pit on the mediums if he wants.
That brings him right back into this race, at least equal playing field.
He should only lose a couple of spots. But he's putting on a hard, so that's not the right choice.
Yeah, maybe the mediums definitely could get to the end at this point.
Yeah, the mediums are supposed to be able to do 22 laps. But on the second stint, the tires can always go longer than it says. So Really, they'll only have to do 20, 22 green flag laps, maybe 21. So they could definitely make it. I think that actually the big loser is STX, because he got sucked behind the safety car, and he's gonna lose probably at least 6 spots.
Blinn says he didn't know if he got disconnected, so I don't know if you could send Blinn an invite.
He can still use the same invite.
Yeah. I don't know if he got. I think he's in. I don't know. I think he's in at this point, but it could have just been a little desync. But Blinn, I think you're good now. No, it still shows a red X. Now I don't know what the red X what that means.
It just means the driver's not connected.
Not connected. So maybe Blinn onto the safety car. See if you can.
Yeah, I can't send an invite. It won't let me. It says there's an error.
Oh, okay.
And it's definitely the AI driving his car because the telemetry is going crazy.
Yeah, Blinn, try to figure that out. We'll get you back into the race.
He should be able to use the invite that he originally had.
Same invite, Blinn. Yeah, hopefully he gets that sorted.
STX is going to lose a lot of spots.
Yeah, I didn't like that. You know, that safety car kind of screwed him.
He got unlucky. He just passed the pit lane.
Yeah.
When it came out. So it came out about 10 seconds after it should have.
And he chose the hards because he started on the medium, so he can't put the softs on. And the only other choice was the hards. So I don't know. Maybe it will. Possibly he could have stood out a little bit longer. Maybe not pit at this point and see if he gets something later on. That would maybe be a possibility. But he chose to pit and put the hards on. But he's going to have a lot of work to do from 9th to get back up to kind of where he maybe would have hoped to been. We have a comment from Todd we'll go with. Any no assist support? So I think what you're referring to is the assists for silver class, so it's all mixed assists. So drivers can use the racing line if they want to. Manual gears is a must. Either ABS on or off, the drivers decide, and at least medium traction. So either medium traction or no traction. And everything else is off, I believe. So, but the drivers choose that depending on what they're comfortable with. And for the most part, I think a lot of them have almost all the assists off. If anything, it might be some traction or ABS, but I don't think everyone runs every single assist that we allow. But anyway, I just wanted to briefly mention, thank you all continuing watching. We're going to get going green here from Wiener Drink on board. He goes now, and he's going to have to defend from Sir Charles. Doesn't look like he'll be under threat. These are all single file. All the way back until... Oh, Kruner went for a spin. That's going to put him back in the pack. STX on Blinn down the inside of turn 2.
Yeah, I think Blinn's still not.
Yeah, that's not Blinn. That is a look-alike. I really hope he gets back in. We've seen that glitch a few times where either kicks you or puts you in... it thinks you're racing, but maybe not fully.
Out. Crashed on the other turn 3.
Oh man, is this another safety car? Probably.
Because everyone passed.
Yeah, I think it's too close as well to the most recent one.
The last crash.
Do you want to go run out on the track and maybe get the car? Oh, there you go.
Ford left his DRS on, which has no idea that it's on.
Who's got the DRS?
Ford has his DRS on, it's at 0%.
Oh, ERS.
His overtake.
Oh, that's not a good sign. Who was that?
He's having problems driving.
Oh, it might have been this guy. Yeah, he's got nothing. Halberg pits. Alright, just get my... There we go. Back to the front. We got Drink on the hard, same as Sir Charles. Oh, Red Bull and Broom going side by side. Rockstar gets the position. So my pick from earlier had a spin on the opening lap, and he is up to third for the moment. Doing well there. I forgot who else I picked. I picked Drink. Second, I think
I think you picked Rockstar.
Yeah, no,
and
some it had to have been someone else. I did.
I think you had Blinn.
Blinn, yeah, Blinn for third. So I did have a. Did I have a red? I had a Red Bull one too.
Yeah.
So let's see. Oh, okay. So this could still happen, but I need Blinn to pull his weight a little bit, and hopefully he gets back in. He still looks like an X.
Yeah, I think he's going to try to restart his game.
Camden coming back from his drive-through up to fourth. He can be a real, threat. He's got a great opportunity after the safety car restart. We haven't really got to see the speed, other than whoa, here's something. Well, Rafa Hulk out of nowhere. Great move. And SGX just followed right through. I don't know if Broom had damage or he just let him through, because Rafa had an out around the outside and turn 4, and STX just followed.
I think they were right behind Luca, like on this gearbox. So maybe Broom had to brake early.
Yeah, maybe one went through, then all of them went through, really.
There's going to be a big DRS train once Camden catches up to Rockstar.
Oh yeah, if you can if you can just increase your mic volume. Someone was just commenting on that. That'd be good.
Okay.
We got purple.
Should be okay now.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, if it's a problem, Todd, just let us know again. Thanks for letting me know, though.
Probably too far away from my face.
Yeah, you see that thing, Bats? The little mic? You want that by your mouth, because that's... It was his first commentary last week, so, you know...
Yeah, it's my first day.
We're putting through the ringer, I guess. Rafa Hulk's looking quick. He had a purple first and possibly second sector, but he's getting held up by Camden Luca. Another 2/10 up. He's on the medium, so he's going to have the advantage here. He's also got the youngest tires on the mediums of only 4 laps, so he could possibly get to the end of this race.
I think everyone should be able to get to the end.
Yeah.
Especially after the safety car. The hards definitely, but the mediums should still be able to make it if they don't, rip the tires off the car.
Camden went to defend down to the pit lane, but Rafa just wasn't as close as he would hope. Yep, no, that's the Blinn look-alike for 8th.
Looks like Charles is going to be in trouble in a minute. We can't stay in this DRS. I don't know if he's just not as fast as Wiener Drag, but kind of working out for him if he can just stay in DRS and make Rockstar burn his tires out. Then maybe he can get by at the end.
Yeah, if Charles loses the DRS, it's going to open the door for Rockstar. He's got the medium still on, so he should still have the advantage for quite a number of laps. Halberg said he got kicked. I don't know if you'd be able to, I don't know, send...
It won't let me invite anyone.
It won't let you?
It gives me an error.
Yeah, Halberg, if you use your original invite, you should be able to get back in. But we're unable to send you one at the moment. Charles, though, he was almost out of the DRS now. About ready to pass Wiener Drink.
A little bit too far back.
Yeah, not the best of exits.
They're both using up their ARS though, so Rockstar's kind of saved a little bit.
Rafa Hulk got past Luca. That's for 4th, and they're only a second and a half off this lead battle with 15 laps to go. This is still round number 8 of the silver class for the Hungarian Grand Prix. Tomorrow, tune in for the golden class, as we have a mistake by Drank in the, he lost first position. Does he have damage?
Looks like it.
He's got something wrong. Oh, it's the ups.
Yeah. Or his tires are overheated, it's hard to tell.
Yeah, maybe his tires, or he was doing so good. He was almost ready to get outside the DRS, and then Charles started reeling him in, and then looks like maybe he got a twitch. Looks like he's coming in. It doesn't seem like much damage visibly. And he speeds in the pit. Man, that just went from bad to bad to bad. But at least he'll have the mediums on.
Broomhandle pitted too. I guess he was doing a two-stop.
New front wing. And I think he's going to... Nope, there's the glitch. Alright, so he's out and away. Yeah, it seems like there's been a few issues with connection on Blinn and Halberg, and it seems like they haven't been able to get back in as the invite hasn't been working, but there's really not much we can do with only, 2 drivers disconnecting. That's just kind of the way this thing goes sometimes, which is very unfortunate for Blinn, who, is not going to be able to get points here if he doesn't get back in, because he's got to be the one to actually finish the race. So that's going to open the door for everyone in the championship as valid. Overtaking Juan. I thought he would have went right, but he chose the smaller option. That'll be fine and dandy. Aston Martin up to 7th. Seems like we've been having a few issues, with connection. I think there's a patch coming up later this week, so hopefully that fixes a few of the issues. For those that were wondering why the Platinum Class race got cut short and the stream ended, that's because the Platinum Class race lobby disconnected. Everybody got disconnected at lap 17, and it was half distance, so half points was awarded. As we have a DNF and a safety car as everyone dives into the pits.
That's 2.5.
Yeah, that's 2.5. You just need a VSC.
I think we could do it. Oh, Camden just ran into the back of Zero.
I saw that.
I don't know why people go so slow in the middle. He didn't have any damage though.
Oh wow, I saw debris flying. Maybe it wasn't.
Change his wing, so I don't know.
Interesting.
I don't think it did.
Alright, so we get a little bit of a moment to catch our breath. Any questions, leave them down in the comments below. I got cut off a few times from all the incidents happening. Tomorrow's the Golden Class, and they have their shot at the Hungarian Grand Prix, and then Platinum gets their chance on Thursday. Tomorrow, Tasmanian Devil, your Season 11 champion, and myself will be in the commentary booth, so that's one reason to stick around for tomorrow. Apart from the great championship battle that is going on, which actually Bats Plus, you're in it, Just Jose, a few others like Silent. So that's going to be tomorrow, and then Platinum, we get to see Tasmanian Devil actually compete. Bat says he's washed. I'm going to say I'll plead the fifth. We'll see how it goes on Thursday. But we got some nice talent that Taz hasn't been able to really race with from last season, which I would say Appratis and Breezy have been really good showing in the Red Bulls. So we'll see, you know, how that goes on Thursday. Obviously, Possassin's been doing great in Platinum, 5 races in a row that he has been able to win, and Taz had a record of 6, which was last year, so it's going to be nice to see if Taz can break. I think that's the only reason he came back. He didn't want Possassin to beat his own record.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, I think that's the only thing logical that I think, because, you know, he's getting close to the record, so Taz just slides right in. Yeah, I'm back. Well, where were you? But and then the Platinum race last week did get disconnected at the it was more than 50%, so half points were awarded, and that's kind of why the stream ended so abruptly, because everything just died. So luckily we had
everyone got kicked except for 4 people.
Yeah,
I didn't get kicked, and a bunch of other guys didn't either. But for whatever reason, I think 10 people got kicked all at the same time.
Yeah, and that's kind of the point with, like, here tonight, you know, it seems like Blinn and Halberg has disconnections, but, you know, it's only 2 of 14. That's not enough to constitute that rule, you know. If it was about half or so, or at least closer to that, you know, then we'd really have a discussion, but I don't know. All I would say is try to restart all your platforms and internet, and, I mean, disconnections, they suck, and especially in league racing, because, you know, for a guy like Blinn, he's leading the championship, you know, doing pretty nicely this season, and, you know, a thing like this, it's kind of, I've always compared it to like an actual engine failure in real F1. I mean, we don't really have engine failures in multiplayer cars, in league racing, so that's kind of what I compare it to. A disconnection, you just blew the engine. So Blinn, hopefully he'll get a new engine next week, and this connection doesn't, you know, happen anymore. But it's going to be the other Red Bull of Rockstar getting his chance to start this thing off. We need just another VSC to get to the 3 safety cars. We'll see if that happens. Just about 10 laps to go here.
Better watch when he has the CRS on.
Charles gets a good run. Turn 1, he's going to dive it. Nope. Very close, though. STX
is going to get 0.
And he's up to P3 after starting 10th. He's got 2 more cars to overtake. Oh, we got Camden losing positions, Valid, and I think that's Broom Handle back there. They got caught up on the Blinn lookalike.
I think Camden had some type of half spin or something. He was ahead. He might even have damage.
Well, you know what I was thinking? You know, he did have that damage. Well, I thought he got damage from hitting the back of the gearbox of whoever it was entering the pits. Maybe it was just minor damage where the engineers actually didn't change the wing. But maybe that's not the issue. I'm not too sure. He did have a lot more speed than this. So
yeah, it looks like he's really slower on the corners.
Yeah, it's got to be damage.
He might not know he has it.
That's also true. It could be that that lime green, very slight, subtle damage, which you really can't see. And you know what? I think I don't know if Jones, your teammate from Gold, I think he might have said that even if it's a slight light green, you can say change your wing, and it still won't change your wing. It's like you actually have to damage your wing more for them to change it.
I think it changed his wing when he didn't want to change his wing. Like he said he didn't have damage and changed his wing.
Oh, and it did change the wing. So I don't know. So maybe then maybe he did have a little minor damage, or maybe he did. Maybe he didn't. I don't know. Oh, Rafa elbow, nice save. STX.
Well, it doesn't always tell you if you have damage. Like Jeff won't say anything, and the display won't even pop up, so you won't even know until you go into the pits. I don't really know why that happens, but it's kind of ridiculous.
DRS is now enabled. Got a battle for the lead here. Rockstar defending a little bit over the McLaren. And nothing going at the moment, but maybe next lap when we do get that full DRS down the front straight. We did have a few viewers come into the Twitch as well as to the YouTube, so I just want to say thank you for tuning in, and don't forget to hit the like and subscribe or follow if you are new and enjoying today, and don't forget to come back tomorrow and Thursday. We really do appreciate all the support, and we'll keep bringing in those comments and questions. I see a lot coming in tonight from multiple drivers and viewers, so we really do like that. So keep it coming, as we have looks like a very nice ending to this race. We have a lot of drivers in contention, definitely the top 4, and we still have another half a safety car to get through in this race. STX setting purple middle sectors, closing in on the top 2, all with equal tires, all on the mediums of 3 laps. They all pitted when the safety car came out, and we're going to have full DRS down the front straight. Oh,
where's out? And there it is.
There's your half, and there's your full, so you even got extra credit. Bats plus you just passed. Great prediction.
I wonder who's going to pit.
Yeah, that came out at an awkward time because it's going to split the grid, right? So Drank is going to go past. Blinn that's his lookalike. Halberg, I don't think Halberg's in here as well.
Yeah.
So Broom and Camden, which kind of makes it. Hopefully Camden. Let's see if he changes that wing. Yep.
Yeah.
They had it ready to go.
I think the top guys were right to stay out. I wouldn't have pitted if I was in the lead. Because it's too hard to pass people.
Yeah, not this late either. I mean, there's only a few laps to go. You're in a great position, even if you lose a few. Right? Even if you lose a few, you're still in a great position to, get a nice win or good points. As STX and Rafa must have made some contact, and they both have a 5-second time penalty.
Wonder if Rafa Holt has damage.
Oh, does he?
I don't know, because he ran into the back of STX, so I don't know if he got damage from that.
If they don't pit, they possibly could get it removed, depending. I mean, definitely for the driver not at fault. So if STX, I don't think it's his fault that Rafa slammed into the back of him. He'd probably get that one removed. But for Rafa Hulk slamming into the back, no, that's justified. You're not supposed to have contact.
Yeah.
Oh wow, yeah.
Either that or he just knows that he doesn't want the 5-second penalty.
That's also true, right? Because they're all lined up.
Yeah.
I think it was more the damage. We'll see about the wing. I'd put some sauce on if I were him.
No, there's no wing. It's not yet. Yeah, no damage.
Oh, okay.
He just wanted to get rid of the penalty.
Possibly. So he served it, and it's right in the book. So he'll be lining up 10th, and we know. I want to see where Halberg is. Halberg, yeah, Halberg and Blind. So they're not gonna, unfortunately, not get points here today because they got disconnected.
If I was Broom Handle and Camden, I might just pass them with the safety car. I don't really know if that's something that's allowed. Even though because they're disconnected, but they're going to get held up by those guys so much that they might as well get a penalty from it.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I would kind of be in favor for that. I just don't know what the game would give them for the penalty.
It would give them a 5-second penalty.
Oh, only. So maybe, I don't know. But then you put that into the hands of the stewards, you know, to remove that. Yeah. You know, so I don't know if you want to do that.
You never know. It might be worth it.
So it's going to be the top 5, and then the last 3, and we got two movable chicanes in the middle. We do set them, I think, at 80% of the AI, so you know they're not quick, but they're not, you know, they're not slow. But yeah, they still got to get around them.
Yeah, they're still the same speed on the straights, so that's the problem. And they're slow in the corners, so you just get stuck behind them. Plus,
oh, Rockstar! Oh, he botched it. Totally missed. He did not get that right at all. He spun it. Oh yeah, it was Rockstar's. He spun it right off the bat. Right into the wall. He got damage.
Oh, looks like Broom got lucky. He got past one of the AIs. Camden's by one of them. And hit by Blind now. He might win.
Camden on the softs. Through turn 3. Gets past Blind, and that is great stuff. He is got 4 overtakes to go, and Charles got a penalty as well. I don't know, maybe that's for contact, or I don't know what that's for.
He has a 5 seconds, so maybe he got an illegal overtake.
Yes, that could be it, because
STX has one too.
Oh, okay, so those...
they must have passed Rockstar when he crashed. So they'll get those.
I was going to say that completely changes the race, but I think those would get removed. So Camden on the softs, he is flying. Charles leading STX and Valid, both Aston Martins following. Yeah, Camden for P4.
He should be able to get it.
Drink holds it in there. Very close, but clean, respectful in Camden. Up to 4th on the fresh rubber.
Oh, STX crashed.
Yeah, he lost it. I think he could have had contact with his teammate, because they were, or maybe it was just himself in turn 4, which is a tricky one. That's going to promote Camden to 3rd. And he just made him a lot easier.
So I don't think they hit.
I was just saying they were doing good. Both Aston Martins, 2-3. Apprentice in the comments says, who do you think will come out on top with the safety car? It's a little late that I'm reading it, but I'm liking Camden. He's on the softs, DRS now enabled. It's going to be an all-out brawl to the end. Got 4 laps.
I think he has to get by on this lap to have a shot. So he's got to get by on the pit straight this lap, and then try to make a last lap pass.
Rafa Hulk on Drank into the chicane. Nice run. And he clears him right out of room. That's nice, but man, Drank comes right back at him. Good stuff here for 4th and 5th. Possibly side by side through that section. No. Drank has to, or Rafa, therefore had to kind of slam on the brakes a little bit. Camden now within DRS. We'll monitor that in the upcoming final 3 laps of the race. Rafa's gonna get Wiener Drink, but Drink another switchback possibly. No, that's gonna be it from the AlphaTauri up to 4th. So good showing from Rafa after I'm pretty sure he had some struggles earlier in the race.
Hamilton's gonna try it.
Down to turn 4 around the outside. There's gonna be a little bit of contact. Valid, it spins, and he is almost into the wall.
Over this race, he should have backed out. He didn't have any space in the corner.
Oh man,
it was definitely 100% his fault.
Both Aston Martins. One lap it was SCX and the other was Valid, and now they see themselves 6th and 7th. This now creates an opportunity at 2.5 seconds for Camden. It's 2 laps to go.
Another crash. STX is out.
Oh, he went straight on.
Cars everywhere.
Yeah, I don't know about that one.
Maybe he did it on purpose.
Yeah, which it doesn't make sense because you're in the points. Makes no sense why you do that, and that's going to be an extra penalty for XTX because you cannot do that. We're here for some competition, not for you know, other things, I guess.
Plus, we already hit our safety car quota.
Yeah, we can't have another safety car. 1.8 seconds on Charles. To me, it seems like it's going to be a little too late for this to happen.
Yeah, I think Charles is a little quicker.
He's also got that gap.
But last week he spun on the last lap and took himself out of 3rd, so still got to keep it on the track. Oh, Rafa Hulk spun.
Oh no! Rafa Hulk, man, they're all left and right, Pat.
I told you. It's gonna be messy. He almost got run into by the 2 guys behind him too. He got out of the way just in time.
That promotes Strength to 3rd. We might be hearing from him or Broom Handle. We'll see how this goes. We're on the final lap of the race. Charles out ahead about 2 seconds. Camden got himself back up to 2nd after the drive-through on lap 3 of this race. Drank, your pole sitter, had an opportunity to be. He'd probably be the one leading if he didn't make that mistake at that 1 lap. He was ahead of Charles. He's now back to 3rd. So that's a good recovery. He had some speed today.
Except for Broom Handle.
Yeah, you're right about that. You are right. As we come around the penultimate corner, riding on board, you know, let's go cinematic tonight. It's going to be Sir Charles' final corner, final time. in the McLaren. This time it's going to be Charles of the McLaren to grab Hungary and the Hungarian Grand Prix for the silver class. Camden Luca grabs first, but for the time being, we'll see how the stewards decide all of that. Drank into third. He claims third over Brumandel. 3/10, very close. Rafa, he had a podium, he just lost it pretty much on the last lap, starting the last lap. And Valid in 6th, he had an opportunity for the podium as well. He also spun it. Blinn is not going to get any points today with the disconnect, as well as Halberg disconnect. So it's going to be Rockstar in 7th. So only 7 finishers today. Blinn says penalties for everyone tonight from Seafreeze. Am I giving penalties out? I
think he wants everyone to score 0 points.
Oh, okay. I am a steward, so yeah, Blinn, you hit me up after the race. You send me a nice 20. We can maybe have that happen for you. 20 per driver. Let me be specific. Charles says that's a W. Book it. Well, we can't do that just yet. But it does seem like we can book it. Before everyone heads out, those are your results. Don't forget to tune in tomorrow for the Golden Class and Thursday for the Platinum Class. I already mentioned that earlier. Next week we are at the Street Circuit and Under the Lights for the Singapore Grand Prix. It's been a little while since we've done that one, I'm pretty sure, so that's going to be fun. That's going to be next week. And stick around for the post-race interviews. Bats Plus hopefully can invite the top 3. It's Camden, Charles, and Drink. And if anyone has any questions for the top 3, leave them down below. I appreciate everyone joining, and please, before you leave, hit the like button and follow or subscribe if you did actually enjoy any part of today's race, just so you could always undo that follow later on, but give us a chance to be your weekly racing opportunities. We race Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, same time, same place, and it's a lot of fun. This was actually a great race for a Hungary race.
Yeah, really eventful.
And we got all American on the podium, and that's nice to see. Silver class has a lot of diversity, which is great, but it's the top 4 American, and then everyone else downhill from there.
Where is everyone? I don't think I have both of them on my friends list. I think I have Charles, but not the other one.
I could possibly, who joined? Is that Camden?
Yeah, I got
yes,
Camden.
Sir.
We got Camden. You got Charles?
Maybe Camden can invite the other guys.
Yeah, if you have Charles or a Wiener Drink on your lists, or if you could invite them, that'd be nice.
Yep.
Alright. And it was Rockstar with the fastest lap.
There we go, there's Charles. But I don't have Wiener Drink.
Okay. Yeah, we should be able to get them in. I'm just waiting to get to the theater mode. But it seems like we'll be here a little while. Alright, so we're getting them all invited. There we go. Alright, so welcome. We're going to start with P3 today. With the Red Bull of Wiener Drink. You had pole position. Had an opportunity to go out and win the race. It would have been your second in this TCR. But you had a mistake, I believe, in the middle portion of the track. We really didn't get a chance to see it on board. I saw a glimpse of it, but what happened in that little mishap there?
I took too much curb on the inside. It's downshift to 6, it hit the curb, and the car just kind of felt like there was like an oil spot right there. And kind of the car to the rear end just kind of lost it. So I'm just glad I didn't completely spin it and DNF from the race. Got a nice recovery back into P3, so yeah.
Awesome. Well, yeah, the curb was definitely they've been the
Taking people out.
yeah, this whole season, I think. But you had a nice recovery to third. Did you think maybe you had another opportunity to go out and win, you know, with the safety cars late in the race?
At the start, you know, I felt like I had a chance to win this race before I spun out, but after that, my car just didn't feel right after that. It just felt like I had less downforce than at the start. I just couldn't put a lap together at the last 10 laps. It just kind of just not working out.
All right. Well, and then how do you see yourself doing in the, I guess, second half of the race or season? My bad. How do you see yourself doing at Singapore and some other tracks down the line?
Well, my other league, I'm going to be racing at Singapore this Thursday, so it gives me a good chance to figure out a good strategy and get more practice about it, or on it. Let me see the other tracks. The other tracks, yeah, the other tracks fit more my style, I guess. You know, I like all the tracks that are coming up, like Brazil and Bahrain, Netherlands. All those tracks I'm pretty good at. So, yeah, I'm
Awesome.
feeling pretty good about it.
Good to hear. Good to hear. Hopefully you're back on the podium. Bats Plus, do you have any questions for Wiener Drink?
No, I think you covered everything.
Awesome. Well, congrats on the P3, and hopefully we see you back here, same place, same time next week.
All right, thank you. Have a good night.
Awesome. You too. Congrats. All right, and then we'll go to now. Here's the thing: do I go to P2, the actual P2, or do I go to the P2 on track? Bats, who do I go to? I feel like I got to go with Camden.
I think
But then-
Camden's gonna be P2. Sir Charles is gonna get the penalty.
So
removed.
these are our unofficial results.
Yes.
Yeah, these are the
Yeah, I think
unofficial
Sir Charles
results.
is,
So we don't know
yeah, I
for
think Sir Charles is
for a
gonna be
fact
winning.
yet. Yeah. So all right, let's go to P2. This is what Bats and I are scoring it. We have our own scorecards. So these are the unofficial results. We're gonna go Camden P2 and the Williams. I think you started P2. You had to drive through early. How much, I guess, in the green were you? Or how close were you to the Delta? Were you like a barely over? Or were you like, hey, you got caught?
I was 27 thousandths of a second over. So yeah, that was a big kick in the you-know-what. So, yeah, I was, at the front. I think that was the third straight week I qualified on the front row. And at that point, I just had to drive back to the front, which I did. And then I don't even know who it was. I hit somebody coming into the pits, lost my wing, fell to the back. And then ended up taking softs on that other safety car, made my way back up to the front. And yeah, that's pretty much how my race went. It was pretty crazy.
So it feels like you had like 3 opportunities. You're just going up and down, kind of like a hill, up and down, up and down. It was just wasn't your day, let's say. The luck didn't go your way.
No, and this is now, I think, probably, like you said, if Charles can get his penalty removed, this will be the second straight week that, I'm clarified the winner, and then something happens where it gets taken away. So that kind of stings. But yeah, I mean, it is what it is. That's how these races go. They're crazy, and I'll just have to try again next week.
On that point, I will say, once you get your first one, everything else is, it becomes a lot easier. And I could just guarantee you, like, maybe next week or the following week, whenever you get, because I know you're going to win this season, as soon as you do, you could probably win a few in a row. That's how the momentum really spins, and you're going to show everyone else, hey, that one at Hungary I should have had, that one at Britain I really should have had. You'll start racking them up anytime soon. So, well, congrats on the P2, I guess.
Good job though. After the crappy drive-through, it's not really easy to go all the way from the back to the front on this track.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, so we'll go to what our scorecard show is Sir Charles P1 crossing the line. Bats, how about you start some questions for our projected winner?
Well, congratulations on not spinning this time, and you got a podium because of it. But other than that, we were we weren't really surprised that that you won or anything or finished that high, but it's still pretty difficult to come from the middle of the pack to the front in Hungary. So I don't know if that was like strategy played a lot of a role, or did you have to go through a lot of cars on track?
Yeah, it was pretty much all strategy and keeping it on track. So I don't think I actually made a single overtake the entire race. So yeah, I definitely wasn't the fastest today, but I just, hit my marks and, try not to make any mistakes because I knew that's what I was going to have to do to get a good finish. And, yeah, the strategy, everything just kind of played into my hands there as the race wore on.
Yeah, I think you and Broomhand were the only ones who didn't spin.
Yeah.
Throughout the entire race or crash.
Yeah. Well, we had a couple guys get disconnected, so they didn't get to finish. But...
Oh yeah, well yeah. Besides them, I mean, the guys who were, who didn't get disconnected, I think all of them spun or crashed in some way. So I guess all you have to do is wait for them to crash, and that's how you win.
Hey, a win is a win.
Yeah. It is.
After last week, I'm not going to complain at all.
Actually, I had one question on the disconnect from your teammate, Blin Machina. Right? Well, let me preface this with the first question. Were you guys in a party together?
Yes.
And how... Let me ask you this, because it's always been weird to race. I never liked racing my teammate, because I value the team championship, the constructors, so much more than the drivers. I really like the team aspect of Formula One and the improvement and the teamwork with each other.
Mm-hmm.
How do you balance that with Blin? Because he's your championship rival in the moment for the Drivers' Championship, but you guys are also leading the Constructors clear for the moment. He had the disconnect today. He was probably complaining or something in the party chat. And then you're like, oh, well, I could maybe try to send him an invite, but do I really want to? Like, how do you balance that between Blin and what was he saying in the party?
Well, first of all, I did try to send him an invite, and apparently there's a glitch. Some other people, I think, were having it.
Yes.
Where you could not invite players back, so I kept on getting an error message whenever it hit invite players. So I could not invite him back. So I was trying to do that under a safety car. So yeah, so far, me and Blin, we've worked pretty well together. Aside from the first couple races where we were pretty close the entire race, we really haven't had any on-track battles. It seems like we're never really in the same space on track for whatever reason. It seems like whenever I have a bad race, he's having a really good race, and vice versa. So yeah, I guess last week he let me by, which I still owe him one for that, because I certainly would not have done that if I was in that situation. But I do realize I kind of owe him one at some point in the season, so we'll see how that plays out. But yeah, so far this season we just really haven't. So I guess aside from Britain, we really haven't been in a situation where we need to battle each other for a race win or a points or whatever thing, because we're always either on different strategies or just one of us is having a bad race.
Yeah, well, with the result here today, that's going to put you 1 point ahead of Blin Machine, so that means you do take the championship lead. Oh my god, I'm dropping stuff for the Drivers' Championship, so I know that's going to be frustrating for Blin, maybe good for yourself and good for the team, and it's going to be a nice brawl. But it's not just between you. I mean, you got a lot of drivers behind who are not too far behind, and we still have a lot of races left in the season, so it could really go any driver's way. But I'm looking forward to it.
I didn't mean to interrupt, but I'm certainly aware that there's 2 or 3 guys who are definitely capable behind us of going on a run. So
yeah, it seems like It seems like whoever doesn't make the mistakes is going to be the one who's, you know, kind of hanging around at the end of the championship. You know, because I mean, we all do. We all give away a ton of points at some point. You know, we spin or just make a dumb mistake and lose a bunch of positions. So, I mean, it's definitely going to happen over the next few races. So it's really anyone's championship.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, who won it last season? Do we know? Oh, Bambuki. Yeah, that was no contest. So it's nice to see Silver going down to the line. I suspect this to go pretty late into the late rounds, which is good to see again. Into Silver.
I think it'll go to the last race.
You know what? After your predictions today with the safety cars, I'm gonna go with your bets. The only thing you got wrong was the top three, but you know that's gambling at that point. It's very hard for that to happen.
I got one of them right, and Blinn disconnected. So
yeah,
we'll go with 1.5.
Yeah, there you go.
1.5, right.
Well, I think that's gonna about do it. We had an eventful Hungary race, which I'm happy we got an eventful race, because Hungary sometimes could be a little bit crazy, but it always seems to be better on the game, so that's nice to see. Had a few disconnects, a few crashes. We had at least 3 safety cars, if you count them all up.
2 normal ones and 2 VSCs.
Yeah, and it switched the strategy up. We had spins, contact, great moves. No weather today, but you know I'm happy we didn't get any weather. We had some nice comments in the YouTube and the Twitch coming through, so I appreciate all that as well. And I think that's going to do it. From Bats Plus to Charles still here, and the other top 3 that was doing the post-race interviews. To everyone watching, and to myself, C Freeze, we'll see you all tomorrow for the Golden Class, and